Yo, what is up guys? It's Gnosis, and this is going to be the first in a two-part video series on how to get insane aim in Fortnite. And the great thing about this series is that I will only be going over ways to train your aim inside of Fortnite's creative mode. So even if you can't afford to buy Skavook Aim Trainer right now, you'll still be able to do 100% of this routine. Alright, so let's get right into it. Alright guys, so this first map we're going to look at is called Skavook Aim Trainer. It's created by my good friend Don Wozy, and you've probably seen this map before. Everyone from Mongrel to No Riley uses it, and this is actually a new updated version of the map he just put out to go with the current meta. So to start out, I like to come over and grab a gold scar, and then we're going to come over and just start working our way through all these scenarios, starting with Tile Frenzy. Once you load in, you'll see the options here for this scenario, and really you can play around with these, find what works for you, but for me personally, I usually go 50-meter third person time trial. Now once you load in, it's pretty simple. Just take out your AR and start shooting at the targets. Now make sure you're not spraying though. You want to let your first shot accuracy reset every time to make sure your aim is precise and on point here. So as soon as you finish, it'll send you to the summary room right here that shows your hits, your misses, and your score. So all I like to do is just write down my score for each scenario, and at the end of the week, I just love to look back and see my progress, as it's very motivating to just see yourself improving day after day. So when you're done here, just go ahead and shoot back to hub to send you back to the main menu. So next up we have the Skeet Drill, and this is actually one of my favorites because it's just so good for improving your tracking. So all I like to do here is use 100 HP. I usually go mid-ground and time trial again. Now I'm not gonna lie, this one is actually really hard, but I promise it's such good practice and it is worth grinding. All you want to do is just try to keep your aimer as close to the zombie as you can as it goes from side to side, and just really work on your tracking here. Alright, next up we have 360 Z Frenzy, and again third person time trial, and the zombies here are actually one hit no matter where you shoot them, the leg, the body. What I like to do is really take my time and go for the headshots like you see here. Moving on, we have another really fun one. This one's called Popcorn, and I like to do a full 360 degrees. That just means the zombies are going to appear like all the way around, you know what I mean? So 360 degrees, 100 HP, third person, and time trial. And this one, they just pop up like this, so it's really good to work on your vertical tracking. So again, just do the entire time, check your score at the end, and make sure you guys are recording your scores every time, because not only is it motivating to just see your scores go up, but it also lets you know what you need to work on. You know, maybe Popcorn, your score's just not going up that much, so you know you really need to focus on this. Maybe you can do this one 2 or 3 times instead of just the once every day. So these next 3 scenarios you're going to recognize if you see my video on the old Skavook's map. It's horizontal, vertical, and dynamic. So I'm going to go through these super quick because you should already be familiar with them. But basically, these are just great ways to practice your tracking, and there's a variety of ways you can do them. You can do them from different distances, and you can do them using AR and SMG. I just really switch these up to make sure I'm getting the most well-rounded practice possible. Alright, now the last scenario we're going to do with our AR is called Bounce, and for this one I do 200 HP. I usually actually just do 180 instead of the 360, third person and time trial. And this one's great because it's just tracking, but that goes in various directions. So you have horizontal tracking, vertical tracking. After the previous few drills, this is a great way to really bring it all together. So it is now actually time for my favorite part of this routine, and that is the shotgun drills. So go ahead, grab a pump, and come over, and we're going to start with Reaction CR. So this is actually my favorite drill on the entire map, and all you do here is practicing your flick shots with the pump. And in order to get a one-hit kill, you do need to hit a headshot, so make sure you aim for the head every time, and just really practice your flicks here. So next up we have another reaction drill, once again working on your flick shots with the shotgun, and for this I like to go medium. The concept here is that the zombies will very quickly appear to either your left or your right, and you have to, as quickly as possible, just snap onto them using a flick shot with your shotgun. Now you can do this either ADS or hip fire, but for me personally, I usually like to do hip fire just to really work on my reaction time and to get the shot off as quickly as possible. And finally, the last scenario we're going to do on this map is the side jumps. And by now, any decent player should know how to side jump, but this is a skill that you can never be too good at, as it's something you're going to use in almost every single game of Fortnite you play. So this is always what I like to end my routine on, and it just feels like the perfect way to bring this to a close. Alright guys, there you have it, part 1 of my series of how to get insane aim in Fortnite. Now part 2 will be dropping next week, where we learn to take this aim training and put it to use in real fights against a friend in another incredible creative map. So be sure to subscribe and notifications on if you're new here so you don't miss it, and until next time, keep on grinding.